Let me tell you a story about old Salty 65. He's ex-Navy and he's one hell of a guy. You know his stories, they're gonna make you feel alive. So come on and subscribe to Old Salty 65.
Well, yep, I'm back. Okay. Now we've been to Manus Island. We've been to, where did I say else we went to? We went to Rabaul. We've been up the Sunda Straits and I've seen that beautiful big volcano. Now, I'll just name a few of the islands I've been to. I'll name the islands that I can remember that I've been to. I might be able to say something about some of them, and I might not be able to say something about some of them. At any rate, we went to an island called Ceylon. It doesn't exist any longer. I mean, the island exists, Ceylon doesn't exist any longer because it's called Sri Lanka. Why, I don't know. Why they changed names of places that sound exotic. I think Ceylon sounded a lot better than Sri Lanka anyway. But it's very well known for its tea. So what do you do when you go to Ceylon? You go to a tea plantation. That's exactly what we did. We went to a port called Trincomalee, which is on the east coast of Ceylon, or Sri Lanka, wherever you want to put it, I don't care. And which was way up in the hills, I mean very high up on a mountain. Now, the port we were in was called Trincomalee, and when we got up to this tea plantation, we could actually look back down into the harbour of Trincomalee and we could see our ship, which looked about that big from where we were. And I'm talking a destroyer, so you know, they're not little. But at any rate, it was an absolutely magnificent place, absolutely beautiful. People treated us like, I don't know, like, well, we were different back then. I mean, it used to be under British rule years before, but they gained independence a long time. And it was a beautiful little place. People were great, everything was just really nice about it. Anyway, another island I went to was Christmas Island, when there wasn't no Santa. Real bugger, eh? No Santa. Not on Christmas Island, no. But what they do have, and we were lucky enough, because our skipper timed it to the point where we got there at about the middle of the crab march. I don't know if you've ever heard about it, but what happens is these red crabs live up in the hills. They don't live in the water, they live up in the hills. And every year at a certain time, they come down, they call it the March of the Crabs, they come down and the females lay their eggs in the ocean and then they all go back if they make it. But you couldn't walk on the roads, and we were in a bus getting taken around and seeing all the sights, and we were just driving over thousands upon thousands upon thousands of these crabs, and anybody that was driving any which way ran over all these crabs, just millions of them. They were walking through people's houses, they walked through the local hotel where we were drinking, they were everywhere. They had no control over them for this period of time. It was absolutely magnificent to see and be there and see all this. And that was great. From there, I'll say I went to Penang. Now, Penang is part of, back then, it was part of Malaya. Well, they've changed that too. That's no longer Malaya anymore, it's Malaysia. And Penang was a fantastic little place. I had absolute blinders there. But we went to the largest reclining Buddha in the world. And you went in there and you got blessed by the, I don't know what they were Buddhists or what they were, I think they were Buddhists. And anyway, you got a little medallion, on the back of the medallion was a number. Anyway, and you walked around behind the Buddha and there was these little boxes, about yay big, and some of them were blocked off and some of them weren't blocked off, but they all had a number. And the idea was that that number corresponded with that little box, and if there was somebody in there, like they'd been cremated and put in there, their soul would look after you for the rest of your life. Now, I had that little medallion up until we moved just recently. Poof, can't find it anywhere. Anyway, Penang. Lost count how many times I've been to Hong Kong. Can't tell you. Couldn't tell you how many times I've been to Singapore. No idea. Been in and out of there. Unbelievable amount of times. But there's stories for different places. And that's as far as we'll go today, because otherwise they get too long-winded. You don't want to sit here and watch me all day. I mean, it's bad enough talking to myself. Alright guys, I'll catch you next time.